What's up, guys, and welcome to another edition of Pro Wrestling Pulse. Alongside my partner Quad, I'm J-Man. On this edition of the Pulse, going to give you our WWE Elimination Chamber 2013 preview. Before we get into that, got a couple little news and notes for you. We still have our Q&A questions sent in shit for you guys. It's probably the video below this, so just go to that if you guys want to still send questions. You haven't known about that. We're doing a Q&A. Still send your questions in. Surprise! Still send your questions in. We have a shitload already. I didn't tell you guys to set a minimum, so which really don't give a shit. We'll probably answer anything. You guys are just making the video longer for you guys to watch, but you know it's fun for us to do. But yeah, just send in whatever the hell you guys want. Personal, wrestling, sports, whatever the hell you guys want to talk about. We're cool with it. So yeah, go to that video. Send in your questions on that. Personal messages, like we said, we don't really give a shit. Also, we need to give a huge shout out to one of our longtime viewing fans and one of our biggest supporters, which we've made Quaddy, yes, on his own on our own show. It has to be Quaddy that we're making a mention to. Is Elizabeth Gorman. She's been a long-time fan and viewer of Pro Wrestling Pulse and the IWR. We want to send a huge thanks to you. Hope or soon, I don't know when the hell she is going to do it, but she's going to be making a Pro Wrestling Pulse fan page on Facebook or something like that.
On the Facebook.
On the Facebook, which J-Man does not consist of on the Facebook, but we'll be able to find it somehow. Whenever she creates it, we'll give a word to you guys to let you guys all know. Go there and do whatever the hell people do on Facebook, because like I said, I have no fucking idea. But yeah, go check all that shit out. Thank you so much. All of your guys, and Elizabeth is yours as well. All your guys' support just blows me away, blows Quaddy away, all of us. It's just, it's amazing. Whenever I first set out to want to create this show with my friends, I never thought that the following and the support that we would get from this would go to these kind of, links. It's just awesome. All the support we had on the IWR show, the support we have now on the Pro Wrestling Pulse, we can't thank you guys enough. So thank you, Elizabeth. That's awesome. You want to go out there and spread the word that, we really don't take the effort into doing that. You can go do it for us, because, I really, like I said, I'd be fucking like a retard if I got.
I guess she's she's part of the group.
She is now. She's a spokesperson now.
Yeah.
She's a spokesperson now.
But you're all family to us.
We're all, yeah, you guys are all family to us. We're very close-knit. So, thank you so much.
Close-knitted.
Close-knitted family, yes. So thank you very much for that. And like I said, we'll get the official word out once she creates it. She's going to send me a message or something like that. On YouTube, and let me know when everything's all figured out or whatever. So if you need any help with that, I'd probably contact Quaddy or Ryan as well. That both those guys know what the hell they're doing on that. Like I said, I have no fucking idea what's going on. Ryan texted me and told me that you want to do that. I'm like, fucking go for it. It's just awesome. So
thank you.
Thank you very much for that. Now we're gonna finally get into what the hell we're. Oh, Quaddy's got something.
This is before, we don't read spoilers, it's before SmackDown.
This is before SmackDown this week, so we don't know if there's a possibility of them adding something to this card, but this probably will be the
I hope it is. I hope they don't add another filler.
True, but we're going to get the Elimination Chamber preview underway here. First matchup, we have the Divas title on the line with champion Caitlyn going up against Tamina Snuka. Just kind of sneaking this one in under the radar. Really has done nothing with it because the Divas division has been nothing, so there's really no use for it.
So how they do it? Snuck it in?
It snuck it under. Yeah.
That's what she said.
Snuck it in there.
You didn't hear me the first time.
I didn't hear you the first time. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm not fully, against Caitlyn. I think, she's kind of like that Mickie James type character that, she's not the ditzy blonde little Barbie doll kind of thing. She's got a little meat on her bones, that's for sure. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And yeah, I think
more for the love,
and it's true. Could go in more deep into that, but that's what she said as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think running with the Divas title here, she gets absolutely no airtime as the Divas get no airtime, and I can't really blame WWE for not doing that. I'm gonna go with Caitlyn, obviously retaining the title here. I don't really know what they're gonna be going into the future. I really would not be against seeing a Caitlyn AJ matchup at WrestleMania. I think that would be. They've had that history for a really long time, and I could really see that. So I could possibly see that going into WrestleMania. But right now, yeah, Tamina is just blah. She's half man, and just I don't give a shit about it. If Robert was here, it's obviously the daughter of Jimmy Superfly Snuka. We have to mention that for Robert out there. Yeah, Caitlyn's retaining this title and still your Divas champion.
What, Tamina? Is that how you pronounce her name?
Tamina Snuka.
Okay. She's like a Brooke Hogan. I just see her father.
Yeah,
like, I just see Jimmy.
I suppose what I don't even want to cut you off. Suppose what I just read that Jimmy Snuka thinks he's the real phenom of the WWE instead of the Undertaker. Jimmy Snuka. Yeah, he's had a couple cracks up against the old head,
with the old coconut
with Roddy Piper, but
there we go.
I don't know what the fuck Jimmy Snuka.
Yeah, Who's still in the Divas division? Anybody?
You got
Caitlyn.
You got Caitlyn. You got Tamina. You got Natalia. She's up like Kali's ass or something. I don't know what's going on there. They got some weird. I think JBL said her interspecies erotica going on there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's like Hornswoggle in there.
Yeah, Hornswoggle. Yeah. You got Alicia Fox is I don't know. The prettiest white woman colored black because she is white. I'm telling you right now, it's inside white, and somebody just colored her with some lovely caramel. That just sounded racist. God, as a motherfucker.
Hashtag racist?
Hashtag racism.
Hashtag racist J-Man?
She just looks white, but she's like black, but it's weird.
So pretty much nobody's in
There's nobody in the division. Yeah.
Okay. Pass.
Okay. Next matchup, we have the United States title line with champion Antonio Cesaro, the dominant as fuck United States champion.
What happened to his little friend?
Oh, who are you talking about there?
One lady when he debuted.
Oh, Oksana?
There you go.
Okay. I thought you were talking about Chris Hero for a second. I was like, no. Little friend. I'm like, that sounds weird.
No, little diva
Oksana, she got the boot.
Oh, yeah.
She got Das Boot. Yep.
See, I don't pay attention.
Exactly. Yeah, Antonio Cesaro going up against The Miz yet again. I've obviously seen this continuing on here for a month or so, a little feud they got going on. Miz has kind of been doing other shit, getting destroyed by Brock Lesnar, getting chairs thrown on top of him, couches and shit, doing his little Miz TV segments, which are just kind of really bland as fuck. I mean, I love The Miz, but it's just not working as a face for me. I cannot feel it. Like, I think Del Rio is coming off kind of cheesy. Miz is coming off kind of cheesy with their face runs they got going on now. It's just kind of, I don't know. But people are getting behind them, as I can obviously understand. But we got Cesaro and The Miz here. I'm obviously going to go with Antonio Cesaro retaining the title. I think it was a pre-show on one of the last pay-per-views or something.
Rumble?
Rumble, I think pay-per-view it was, and had that like tweak of an injury for Miz or something like that. But yeah, nothing really significant, obviously, because he continued on there. But I'm going to go with Cesaro retaining the title here. Sooner or later, Cesaro is going to be moved up to the main event scene. It's just a matter of time. I know WWE is just all over him. The fans are starting to realize what we've known for all along is that he is quite possibly the greatest athlete in professional wrestling today, because he is just he's a fucking manster, just half man, half monster, because he's not even fucking human. With how he does shit, it's amazing me. Antonio Cesaro is going to retain and still be your United States champion.
Manster.
Do it up, Cesaro slice.
Literally,
clear it up there, Quaddy.
Oh, good lord.
Quadri? Is it Quadri? Is it Quadri? Quadri?
No, we'll explain that later.
We'll explain that later.
Let's see. I'm glad they actually given this feud some time. It's not thrown together. It's been, what, a month and a half they've been going at it? I'm happy with it. I'm glad Cesaro's getting some time with the veteran, not a nobody.
Is The Miz a veteran?
He's been there longer than Cesaro.
Well, that's true. But, I mean, he's already in veteran status? Damn, that's pretty deep. Shit.
He's been there for how long?
Yeah, 05. Yeah, it's not...
Been a
cup of coffee.
Been a pot.
What?
Pot of coffee.
Okay, I was like, what?
I'm going to go with Cesaro. I love how random this is.
It is very random.
I'm going to go with Cesaro. Like J-Man said, sooner or later you're going to have to give him something else besides the U.S. title. IC title's I see in U.S. pretty much mid-card guys. You need to give him the... I would be happy to see him at the... Is there going to be Money in the Bank at Mania?
Maybe.
Maybe winning that.
That'd be outstanding.
Doing something like they would Daniel Bryan, give him a little boost, but...
Yeah.
At least he has a title and it's on the card.
Outstanding there. You're still your United States champion in our eyes. It's just...
You're number one!
Probably. Number one! Next up, we have the World Heavyweight Championship on the line. One champion, Alberto Del Rio, goes yet again up against the Big Show. One thing I just cannot... I gotta say about my just booking problems that I always see. I hate when you see gimmicks in a feud. You got obviously you had singles matches before, but you have the gimmicks and then you go back to a singles match. It never fits my eye right for some reason. It just seems really fucking sketchy and really just dumb booking in my eyes. But because you had the two last man standing matches, the one where Del Rio won the title, the one where he retained the title at Rumble, and now you got a singles match at Chamber. It's just like,
there may be something happening.
That is very true, which J-Man sees in this matchup. I'm going to go with Del Rio retaining somehow. I really don't know how. Ricardo helped, something like that. It's probably not going to be clean as obvious as it looks. But there's somebody very significant that is not on this card and hasn't really been focused on weekly shows as much as he normally is. He was off a Raw a couple weeks ago. He made an appearance, which I wish they wouldn't have done if they're going to end up doing this at Chamber, which is Dolph Ziggler. He made that little appearance where he tried to get in the Chamber because Jericho was in the Chamber. Obviously continuing to set up stuff with the history that they had with Ziggler taking out Jericho back last summer after SummerSlam. And obviously continuing that path to see like it could be finally a big Jericho Ziggler show off, which is something I am finally, once Jericho came back, I'm like, God, that is what I'm pegged to see at a big scale. And I think it would be outstanding to see that for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. I'm going to go, finally, we've talked about it for like 6 fucking months now, but I'm finally going to go with Dolph Ziggler cashing in here after Del Rio's retain over the Big Show. I think they gave Del Rio the title here because they didn't want to have Dolph Ziggler cash in on another heel like the Big Show. They could have him cash in on a face, and they built Del Rio up to have the crowd really fully behind him right now. I think the people are just falling in love with Ricardo, as we've always loved Ricardo. He's outstanding, and Del Rio as well. So I think he's really, as kind of cheesy as it kind of is, he's really getting the fans behind him as that face. So I think it would fit perfectly. And Chamber is always known for big surprises and big kind of swerves in the road to WrestleMania. So this would be that really big swerve here, having Dolph come out and cash in. He's not on the card, hasn't been focused that much lately, kind of hoping WWE would, let all the kind of, all those kind of people forget a little bit about Ziggler. That was my sheep. Sorry about that.
You have sheep in here?
No, cat's upstairs. Make him forget about Ziggler a little bit here, which I was hoping they'd focus less on him and less on him if they were going to do this. But I see Dolph Ziggler finally cashing in here and becoming the World Heavyweight Champion. Pray it. Good Lord.
This feud literally has become like stale bread. Okay, you got the Big Show. How long he's been around?
Fucking
exactly
95.
Way too long. Yeah. And then you got Del Rio, the up-and-comer, the guy that's gonna...
He's pretty old, but up-and-comer WWE standards. Yeah. Sorry.
And then, I don't know. I'm just hoping Del Rio retains. I don't want the Big Show to be on have the world title at Mania. That would just...
Oh, God.
Just no, thank you. We've had that already.
I don't want to see Big Show on WrestleMania, period.
Maybe in the Hall of Fame. That'd probably be about as exciting as it would get for me.
Yeah.
And that's still in question.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I see Del Rio winning this. Almost all Del Rio.
Del Rey. That'd be outstanding.
Yeah. That'd be great. Like, they come in together.
Sarah Del Rey and Alberto Del Rio?
Yeah.
That'd be a great match. I'll tell you that right now. Her and fucking Claudio have had some great ones, that's for sure.
Slobber knockers.
Slobber knockers. Going with cash in? You going with cash in? Or you got Del Rey retaining? Going with cash in?
I've said it like every pay-per-view.
I know, we have to, and we've all said it.
Why not?
Fuck it,
If you want to cash in, I will.
I still thought it would have been awesome to have him cash in at WrestleMania. I thought that would be great.
When did he win
this
at Mania?
No, he won it in July at Money in the Bank. Because that was the same one. Dolph won, and then also Cena won the other one. And then he had his match at that Raw that we were at.
Oh, yeah. That was Slobber Knocker.
Cena was the first losing that one. But yeah, I thought it would have been awesome to see it at Mania. But yeah, I think it would be definitely time.
I see cashing.
There we go. Hopefully, we're going to see Dolph Ziggler as your world champion after that match up there. Next up, we have a 6-man tag match featuring The Shield, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, and Roman Reigns. The Lycan Roman Reigns from Underworld.
Elizabeth Gorman's boyfriend.
Yes, Dean Ambrose. Yes, absolutely.
Husband, whatever.
Still blowing people's minds, which he will continue. Versus just, I don't even know what to call this team. Just super Jesus, just
the Unwelcomed.
What?
The Unwelcomed.
Can you explain that name?
They just have to be on the card somehow because they're...
It's true.
John Cena's the fucking face of the company. Sheamus is fucking just Sheamus, and then Ryback is Goldberg, so... Just the Unwelcomed.
Quaddy got all the names out there for me. I really didn't want to even say them. Yeah.
Or the Shitters.
The Shitters?
The Shitters.
The Shield versus the Shitters?
Yeah.
That's not very PG, bro. I don't know if I can do that.
The crap... The caca.
The what?
The caca.
I'm going to move on and just talk about this instead of naming this shit team.
Shit team. Yes!
The shit team. Yeah, very interesting one here. Obviously, they've had the interaction with the Shield with everybody. Taking out, Cena, taking out Ryback, taking out Sheamus, Randy, Miz, fucking everybody. They're just destroying them all. It's just been awesome to see this, and it still just blows my mind that guys like Jon Moxley and guys like Tyler Black are doing this shit right now in WWE. It's fucking awesome to see
that. Don't forget Roman Reigns.
I will forget him.
Okay.
Going in there against guys like John Cena and some of the biggest faces, in this company today is fucking amazing and just blows my mind. There's been talk of possibly putting this into an Elimination Chamber. And they could do it kind of a War Games, Lethal Lockdown style type thing. You had 2 people from opposing teams started out. You could have, kind of give the advantage-disadvantage thing and have one person come out in the 4-minute intervals. Will have 2 people come out at the same time or something like that. I could really see that, and I think it would be fucking awesome if they actually did that. It could be pretty interesting and adds a kind of another twist and different element that they could add to the Elimination Chamber where they don't always have to make it either number 1 contender or a championship. You could kind of maybe do these weird tag matches if they're significant enough, and I think this would be the scale that they can make it into a chamber matchup. I think that'd be fucking awesome if they ended up doing that, seeing how there's only one Elimination Chamber on a pay-per-view that you call Elimination Chamber. Stop it with the fucking gimmick pay-per-views. God, it ruins the fucking bigness and the fucking moment and the prestige of these kind of matches. Just fucking pisses me off. But yeah, outside of that, this one is going to be fucking hard for the Shield to win. Obviously, the one that they won at TLC against Brian Kane and Ryback was kind of one that you could see them winning, but now you're adding in Sheamus and John Cena, and it's like, fuck. Because I don't want to see them, lose this matchup. I don't want to see them lose any momentum, any kind of run that they're on here. I don't think it'll kill them that much to, lose this matchup, but if they have a good showing, maybe we see a Brad Maddox appearance, which would make all of us fucking happy because he's genius, and maybe help out the Shield or something like that, even though the Shield beat the shit out of him in that segment that they showed backstage with Paul Heyman. Yeah, I have to go with the shitters here, the face team, the Cenas, the Sheamus, and Ryback. It's just going to be fucking hard to not want to keep that momentum with John Cena going into WrestleMania with a very predictable outcome of what's going to be happening at WrestleMania with John Cena. I don't think they want to lose any momentum with him or the Sheamuses or the Rybacks. The Shield will get back on their feet and they'll find a way to still remain significant, still remain impactful with what they're doing. But God, I would love to see the Shield win this match, but it wouldn't come without some shenanigan bullshit, something. But I got to go with Cena, Sheamus, and Ryback.
Who?
The shitters.
There you go.
The cacas.
The cacas.
So fucking random.
You told me 2.5 years ago, that we'll see Tyler Black, Jon Moxley on a WWE pay-per-view.
In a match with John Cena.
I did not see that coming.
No. I did not see that coming either.
I did not see that coming.
CM Punk is brilliant. Oh, God.
But, like J-Man said, it would be interesting to see the Shield winning this, but it would also be interesting to see if the Shield, start butting heads.
Yeah.
And then they may accidentally, break up.
Might be a little bit too soon for that.
Maybe too soon. Maybe Roman Reigns just gets dropped on his head and we have to put
get a new Shield member in there.
Brad Maddox.
Who you going with?
I don't know. Maybe they... I don't know. There's so many different ways they could do this. If they keep it and put it in the chamber, then I see the shitters winning it. But if they keep it outside the chamber, I see somebody maybe new debuting and joining the Shield. Maybe Brad Maddox or Antonio Cesaro.
You mean Claudio?
Or
Ono?
Ono, whatever his name is. Somebody else.
We got real names and fucking WWE names.
Somebody else joining in, or just I don't know. There's so many questions because WWE is trying to make it we don't know what's going to happen type thing. But if it's in chamber, it's shitters. If it's not, the Shield.
There you go.
So
explains it pretty well.
Pick your poison.
There you go. Next up, we have Elimination Chamber match to determine the number 1 contender for the world title at WrestleMania 29. And here's another one that I did not see that coming.
We got
3 names in here that we
hashtag that
mentioned.
Not see that coming.
Not see that coming. That's true. We have Y2J Chris Jericho. That is it's not
too soon.
Not for me. We have Y2J Chris Jericho, Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, Jack Swagger, Mark Henry, and Kane. Some names in there that we have not mentioned yet. With their returns, we had Mark Henry come back a couple weeks ago, destroy the shit out of Rey Mysterio, Sin Cara, took out Randy Orton on SmackDown, and got his way into this, just destroying, taking off right where he left off 9 months ago when he suffered that injury. I still think Mark Henry is quite possibly the best big man as far as in the WWE right now. I just think he's just
a
dominant motherfucker. He just fits that just monster perfectly, and he's out there to prove to guys that I'm not just this fat motherfucker that's just out there doing nothing. I can fucking just destroy motherfuckers like Mark Henry always does. Jack Swagger, which is just random with what they're doing right now. They've been trying for the longest time to come up with this gimmick that's something different than the usual All-American and all this kind of shit. Just fucking random shit going on with him right now. Kind of almost playing I want to get the fucking people that aren't American out of the country and shit and do this kind of fucking racial profiling kind of fucking random
Who's he
motherfucker.
With? Doesn't he have
Zeb, it's Zeb fucking... as soon as I saw him, I'm like... Who the fuck is that?
That's
Like,
old TNA guy.
No, because it was that dude. God, who did I think it was? I thought it was. Fuck. God, I had the person in my mind and I couldn't think. Dutch Mantel is who I thought it was for the longest time, because Dutch Mantel has that same kind of beard, but I'm like, that's not Dutch Mantel. And then I was like, that's not his dad, because we saw his dad back a couple of years ago when he did shit with him, and I think it was Randy. Mm-hmm. And then it's like Zeb, I think Zeb Coltrane or what the fuck, whoever it is. And I was like, who the fuck is that? Like, this is so fucking random. And then he cut a promo for Swagger and just kind of, we want all the fucking Americans staying American, all the people that came on boats and shit. He literally said that. Like, no joke.
Hashtag racist.
I'm like,
again.
What? I'm like, this is fucking... He's a real American Jack Swagger now. So he's random shit going on.
He's not a sheep American?
He's not. He's not a sheep American. He's out there just... He's kicking ass right now, and he's looked outstanding and really impressive over the past couple of weeks, just being who Jack Swagger is, which is an outstanding wrestler. And that's what we're really seeing. Just doing a lot of amateur kind of shit, a lot of stuff that we've seen from Jack Swagger in the past, but haven't really got to see focus on. So great stuff going on there, wrestling-wise, Jack Swagger. But outside the storyline and angle that they're doing right now, it's just fucking random. We got to see where that goes. And obviously Jericho returning at the Rumble, shocking us all, having us all just mark all over ourselves. That sounds like jizz all over ourselves, mark all over ourselves.
That's actually the positive of the whole
best part of Royal Rumble, exactly. And he's been doing some outstanding stuff, just playing up that old school kind of Y2J character. We never know if we could see, if they don't end up doing Jericho and Ziggler in the long run, if we see a heel turn, because Jericho just always likes to fuck with people, and that's why we love Chris Jericho. In this matchup here, got the tag champions, Bryan and Kane, and still, as I say, you got just Randy Orton just stuck as one of the best things in this industry, and I can't say it any fucking longer. Turn the motherfucker heel, for the love of God. Stop fucking around with him. Stop fucking him having to do nothing. The character does not fit him being a face, and it's just irritating the fuck out of me to see Randy Orton just piss away the prime time of his career doing jack shit, and it really just annoys the hell out of me to see that. But we have him in this matchup here. He's always impressed in Chambers, but to me, I'm going along with the lines as I talked about in the world title match. I'm going to go with Chris Jericho winning this Elimination Chamber and going on to WrestleMania to hopefully face Dolph Ziggler for the World Heavyweight Championship. I cannot want a world title match any more than that one. It would be fucking tremendous. Jericho would go out there and, you know, outside of Ziggler always making himself look good, make Ziggler really that main event kind of status going in there with Chris Jericho and all the accolades that Jericho's, you know, done and the great performance he's always had on a big scale like that. So want that. I think Jericho would want that. He's been out there just kind of putting over all these guys. He went out there and had another outstanding match with CM Punk on Raw. He had another outstanding match with Daniel Bryan. It's almost like Jericho's wanting to go in there like, all right, you're going to give me this contract. I want to go out there and work with guys that I want to fucking work with, and that you can kind of see that. And Ziggler would be another guy. He said numerous great things about him when he left this last summer, so I could obviously see that kind of connection going into WrestleMania. Please, WWE, please do this. I'm going to go with Chris Jericho winning this Elimination Chamber matchup.
There's a couple people I don't want to see. Besides that, I'd be happy. Are Kane and Bryan still tag champs?
Yeah. Dissension going on there.
Man. Just fucking stale bread again.
Yep.
I don't want Kane to win. I don't want Sexual Chocolate to win.
No.
That's about it. Anybody else, I'd be kind of intrigued to see what they do with. But I have to go with J-Man. Jericho would be the only one that would make sense right now. Jericho and Randy.
Yeah.
Swagger is just coming back and he's trying to get his feet wet, see people like him, and then Daniel Bryan is tag champs.
They're probably going to have a match at Mania, I would assume. Which
just excites me. Daniel Bryan becoming another singles wrestler. Maybe we'll see him and Punk. I'd be happy with that.
Yeah.
But Jericho or Randy, I'm gonna lean towards Jericho on this.
Interesting stuff should be going down there in that chamber matchup. More interesting stuff should be going on here in the main event. We have the WWE title on the line featuring champion The Rock. The first time that I've said a different WWE champion since 2011. Don't like that. Going up against the best in the world, CM Punk. And obviously in this matchup they added the stipulation if The Rock is disqualified or counted out, he's going to lose WWE Championship to CM Punk. Interesting little facet to this matchup here. I don't know if it's just to add intrigue to people to, want to pay attention to say, all right, there's probably going to be some shit going on here where CM Punk could get the title back. I don't know if they just added in to just kind of give a hint that, Rock might lose the title. I really don't see it. The only other thing outside of this that I could see, which is pretty fucking outlandish, would be have like a Lesnar interfere, help out, because Heyman was going to get fired, all this stuff going on with Heyman and Lesnar, help out Punk and just like go in F5 Punk and have him, you know, get DQ'd for The Rock and have Punk come out with it as a champion and kind of set up something with Lesnar and Rock. I really don't think that's going to happen. It still looks like it's going to be that same kind of pace with Lesnar and Triple H going on here once Tripp gets back on TV, because he'll have nothing to do, and I know he's going to be wrestling at Mania. So it looks like that same kind of path. A lot of stuff goes along the lines of what's going to be happening with The Undertaker at WrestleMania. He was recently spotted in Nashville. He wasn't at the Raw this past week, but he said people were saying that he's in pretty good shape and looking like he probably could be on pace to compete at WrestleMania. But they said if he doesn't, they're probably going to say that WrestleMania 30 is kind of going to be his last, probably his last match, and maybe the retirement of The Undertaker at WrestleMania 30. But I'm hoping it's not, because I really want to see this CM Punk and Undertaker match for WrestleMania. I think it'd be tremendous, and it would work great for CM Punk with what Undertaker and just the matches that are going to be talked about for the rest of, you know, professional wrestling history over the past 4 years that he's had with the two with Shawn Michaels and the two with Triple H that are just tremendous. And to go from that to CM Punk, I think would bring CM Punk to the level of that legendary type status, because he's already a modern day fucking, you know, as we've said, the modern day Shawn Michaels, and in my eyes he is, and the modern day kind of legend that he is now. I think they can get him to the status of becoming that kind of overall icon of legendary status. So they put him in there with The Undertaker and have him really, you know, with a significant matchup there, I think would be tremendous. So I hope to see that happen. Outside of that, The Rock's probably going to, you know, retain this matchup, and like we said at the Royal Rumble, like we've said at the topic shows, like we've said, it's going to be setting up The Rock and John Cena dose twice in a lifetime, as we've said as well. Hopefully it's better than it was at Royal Rumble, because I don't know how it can't be, because it was just kind of blah at Rumble. But it should be interesting to see what goes on here. This whole card is really stacking up to be pretty damn unpredictable, as all Elimination Chambers are. You go look at all the Elimination Chamber previews we've always said. I'm sure I've said that a million times, because it always comes out to be unpredictable. And with what's set up here, it's a lot of interesting little facets that could be going on here, as well as the main event for the WWE Championship. I'm going to go with The Rock, and hopefully all those things fizzle out and kind of, as predictable as it seems, ends up happening towards WrestleMania.
I literally think they put this step on this match because people realize it's going to be Rock and Cena. And that's just going to not have people coming by, because Rock and Punk, oh, we saw it at Rumble, we saw what happened. Oh, let's add the step where, oh shit, Punk may win it. Oh shit, we need to buy this type thing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm feeling. I literally think it depends on the health of, like J-Man said, of Taker and Tripp, who wins this. I know it's crazy to say that somebody's health was going to, but if Tripp's okay, I don't think Lesnar's going to come out and like screw Punk. But if Tripp's not 100% or Taker's not 100%, I see some funky monkey shit happening. And that's what I love about the Chambers. Even though I won't be able to see it live, that's what I always love about Chambers. Because you never know what's going to happen. It's kind of forming into another Royal Rumble. Because Royal Rumble's like, oh, you don't know who's going to come out in the Royal Rumble. But that's just one match. This Chamber is what, 6 matches? 7 matches if you call it.
And it's got to be more unpredictable than Royal Rumble this year. Yeah, that's for sure.
Because the Royal Rumble this year was like, oh, we know who's going to win the WWE. Pretty much written in stone already. Yeah. This is just like, oh shit, who's going to win that Chamber? Oh shit, Del Rio show. No, we don't know who's going to come out of that. Punk and Rock. We don't know who's going to. The mid card's kind of decent, but who's the IC champ? I'm surprised that's
Wade Barrett. He's just been losing every match and just getting Bo Dallas to kick his ass every time. They could add that. I could see that actually too.
That or something. Just a fucking filler. But when it comes down to this main event, I think it's like J-Man said. I'm leaning towards The Rock, or somehow Lesnar does something. But as of right now, if you ask me Sunday morning, I'll probably still pick The Rock. But my gut's right in the middle. But I'm leaning more towards The Rock than anything.
Should be some interesting stuff going on there this Sunday, and this will wrap up our WWE Elimination Chamber 2013 preview. Be sure to check out our review after the pay-per-view Sunday. From my partner Quaddy, I'm J-Man, and thank you for watching another edition of Pro Wrestling Pulse, the pulse of professional wrestling world.